Hi, everyone. Thanks for being here as we're about to say hello to May and goodbye to the month of April. We'll do so tonight and tomorrow night as well. Under cooler conditions, we'll see a bit of improvement temperature wise, but don't get too used to it. Your forecast and a disc full of headlines this evening. So many, in fact, we'll jump right in, as a matter of fact, as we'll try to squeeze all that I have tonight into what's left of the half hour. Before I get into the headlines, one quick reminder that in lieu of the McGough County Rescue Squad not being able to hold their annual media auction this weekend, Derby weekend, for the first time in 40 years, they are having a fundraiser tomorrow thanks to Hillbilly Hibachi, who will be setting up in the morning at the McGough County Rescue Squad. The Rescue Squad will be selling drinks to go with your meals. Please stop by, support them any way you can. Leave a donation if you can. We're going to try to find something to try to replace the Rescue Squad media auction, a telethon, or something. We're still working on that. Don't even know when or if for certain it will happen. But for now, they need all the help and support you can give them. And Hillbilly Hibachi will be there tomorrow and hopefully Saturday as well, as long as the food holds out. And we hope that you can be a part of that. Headlines tonight will begin real quickly with what was happening around this time last evening, a little bit before actually. A car fire in Sagersville was certainly a little too close for comfort. Waiting in line to get some gas is not the place to be, of course. The worst place to be. It's never a good place to be, but the worst place to be, perhaps, whenever your car bursts into flames. The car, a total loss for its owner. But in all other aspects, this turned out as well as one could hope for, considering that it was a significant blaze next to fuel pumps at the VIP Fuels here in Sagersville. This car was pulling up and around the building and getting ready to get in line to get gas when a short circuit of some type underneath the hood in the engine compartment set the car on fire, and it spread quickly, fully engulfed in flames by the time the Sagersville Fire Department arrived just a few moments later, who was able to extinguish the vehicle where it sat, which was close enough to fuel pumps, actually on the diesel pump side of VIP. No damage to the building, no damage to the pumps, and no injuries again. A total loss again for the owner of the vehicle, and what turned out to be a hairy situation that makes for a pretty significant visual. We'll have a COVID-19 update from, of course, our governor in just a few moments. Right now, locally, from our McGough County Judge Executive Matt Wyman and Mayor and Public Health Director Pete Shepard. They wanted to join us tonight to speak to everyone out there in lieu of the fact of getting us up to date on the most recent testing that's been done here in McGough County or on McGough Countyans, but also as well reminding us all that it is very important that we all continue to do as we have, especially this weekend as we have another busy weekend here in Sagersville ahead of us. Mayor, let's go ahead and begin with you. We are now currently, as I believe, one of only 8 counties in the state of Kentucky, which sounds just odd to say. I'm thankful so, but still, one of only 8 counties without any confirmed cases. Is that still the case today?
Yes, we got our results back today, and we had 17 more negative cases come in today.
Any, I know that you've been fielding a lot of questions. We've touched on it. I won't ask you to go too deep into that, but what do you attribute that to here as of late? Still same reasons, or are we?
Same reasons, and I think people are just in McGough County have really bought into the idea of what we should do, and we need to keep on that, keep on doing that. I just want to really emphasize that we're a long way out of the woods, even though we're going to start giving up some of the restrictions in the next 2 or 3 weeks, but we still need to be doing everything that we can in our power to make sure we don't have that case. And that's I'm just asking the people to make sure that they just keep on washing their hands and doing all the things, social distancing that we need to do.
And I guess that, gentlemen, why we're here today. In essence, we're at the first of the month again. We sat here and did this exactly a month ago, and here we are again. What are you asking the community's focus to be for the next few days?
Well, in Sayersville, it's basically the same thing. We're hoping people just stay at home and not everybody come out at once to try to do their shopping and all that. We are going to use the same plan we had the last time, the first month. We're going to have police officers at some of the businesses, especially IGA and Save Lot, to make sure one person comes in at a time and that it's in an orderly fashion and we don't have no problems. I know our police release for us. I'm going to have 2 guys out tomorrow, and then I've talked with Judge Warman, and I'll let him fill in about what the county's going to be done with the sheriff's department and out in the county.
Yeah, well, what we're going to be doing with the sheriff's department is they're going to be utilizing their court security workers to walk through the bigger retailers, IGA and Save a Lot, just to have a presence there. Not that we anticipate any problems. It went really well last month. I was super pleased that the community came together and there wasn't this mad rush to Sayersville like we typically see on the first of the month. We're going to have the sheriff's department stationed at Save a Lot, and then they're going to be traveling around the county to the retailers out in the county, to the dollar stores and the other stores that we have out in the county, just so that there's a presence out there and to make everybody feel comfortable that we are trying to do everything we can to protect them as in anything that we can do to protect them from this virus. As the mayor said, we got a timetable coming up now where the restrictions are going to be eased. The mayor and I know exactly what you know right now. What's been put out on the governor's briefing, just what has been sent to us. They're still hammering out the details, and as we get those details, we will share them if we get them sooner than the 5 o'clock briefing. We've expressed some concerns as county judges to the state, to the governor's office, that we need a little bit more of a heads up and a little more detail. And it's no fault of the governor's office. There's a lot going on with this right now. It's a crazy time that we're living in. But we appreciate everybody, and we know this is going to be another weekend where everything goes well, and hopefully next week when things start easing up, we can get back to some sense of normalcy. But the new normal in America, at least for the next 12 to 18 months, is not going to be what we've seen in our lifetimes. The mask and those kind of things are going to be commonplace, and I know there's a little bit of kickback on that, but we hope that everybody gets on board, because if I'm wearing it and you're wearing it, then there's a 1.5% chance that you're going to transmit it if either one of us had COVID-19. If you're not wearing it, then you're in the 70 to 80%. So we really need to be looking forward to wearing those things. Not that it's going to be a good thing, but it's going to be something that we need to do. As far as the reasons that we still don't have a case, I've talked to news agencies from all over the state and some national asking the same question. I think that we're just trying to do a good job here from a community standpoint. The people are doing what we need done. I've had some, like as I've said earlier, that have went to stores in other counties and not seen the directional aisles and not seen the limiting of people and not felt safe and came back home. So I think a lot of those things have to do with it, in addition to our geography and a few other things and lack of testing. But we're ramping that up, and our numbers are going to reflect that soon, I think. But I think a lot of it has to do with our community.
When I come back, Sheriff Doug Saylor of Johnson County will be with us, telling us about an officer-involved shooting that happened very early this morning. I'll be right back. Oh my goodness, look at that face. Look at Titan. Titan is our pet of the week, and Titan absolutely loves people, has a wonderful personality, and is super friendly, and is perfect for a forever home. And he's available for adoption right now at the Johnson County Animal Shelter. Our Pet of the Week, sponsored by Dr. Tom Abel of Able Eyes in Lexington, who wants to remind us all to stay safe, stay home, and his office will be back open before you know it. Hey everybody, your Sagersville-Lees just wanted to let you know that it's still here. It's gone so well that they're going to keep right on for as long as possible with the $5 off coupon for the 16 or 20 piece family pack meal deals at your Sagersville-Lees. That's 16 or 20 pieces of chicken any way you like it, with all the sides for all the family, $5 off. With the $5 coupon that's in this week's edition of the Sagersville Independent, and Lee's is giving away a Sagersville Independent with every purchase, so there you go. The paper's free, the coupon's free, and you get $5 off only at your Sagersville Lee's famous recipe. Come to Parkway Pharmacy in Sagersville and get your prescriptions filled, your over-the-counter medications, and immune system boosters, all from the safety and comfort of your own vehicle, either in their drive-thru or with their new curbside service. You can also call ahead or just download the MyGNP app, that's Good Neighbor Pharmacy, and refill and manage your prescriptions right from your device, helping you and yours stay healthy and safe. Parkway Pharmacy in Sagersville, 349-4400. Times have changed, now and suddenly more than ever. Our lobbies might be closed, but the Sagersville National Bank wants to remind our customers that we're still here, we're still working to provide our community with as many services as possible. During this time especially, we encourage all of our customers to take advantage of all the options we offer to manage your accounts from the convenience of your home. 24-hour internet banking and bill pay, 24-hour telephone banking, remote deposit, automatic loan payments, and wire transfers are also still available to our customers. And we're still here during our normal hours. Mondays through Fridays, the main drive-thru is open from 8 until 3, and the branch drive-thru is open from 8 until 5. And the branch drive-thru is also open on weekends, Saturdays 8 until noon, with ATMs available 24/7 at both locations.
With the power to bring us together even when we're far apart, we keep families connected. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
All Pro understands that we are all just trying to make it through these most difficult of times, and they want you to know that they're here to help with any repairs or projects that you need done. Big or small, doesn't matter. They've got 0% financing for 18 months and long-term financing if you need it. If you need anything from a new gutter to a new house or a new garage, call All Pro Gutter Works and Construction, 349-9999. A BOLO, be on the lookout, was issued to local authorities late last night, early this morning, for a man considered armed and dangerous driving a white box van, wanted out of Ohio for serious crimes or incidents. He was found here in Johnson County. Authorities followed him for a few miles. It was a bit of a standoff that lasted for some time that resulted in the suspect's death when the officers returned fire.
We attempted to locate the gentleman yesterday late in the evening. The Kentucky State Police, along with the Johnson County Sheriff's Office, did locate the vehicle. There was a traffic stop attempted. The subject traveled on at a low speed for approximately 3 to 4 miles, actually entering into Martin County. It was on a rural road, so there was no speed, I'm going to estimate in excess of 30, 35 miles per hour. Whenever the subject did stop his vehicle, he was non-compliant with orders from law enforcement. The situation then, after a period of time, likely a couple of hours, did escalate into where gunfire was exchanged. The Johnson County Sheriff's Office, the Martin County Sheriff's Office, and Kentucky State Police were all on scene, and when gunfire was exchanged, the gentleman was eventually deceased.
Since then, have you been able to get any other details about why he was being sought after and considered armed and dangerous?
From the understanding we have from the BOLO, he had been involved in a domestic disturbance where a handgun was used in Ohio, where he had fired at victims.
Any reasoning as to why he ended up in Johnson County from Ohio?
I have none at this time. Currently, the Johnson County Sheriff's Office is being very cooperative with the Kentucky State Police. The Kentucky State Police is doing the investigation on this incident, and or hopefully they will come to a resolve.
Now, as of press time, we had no other details on the nature of the gunfire that was exchanged or returned. in any form or fashion. I'm also awaiting the name of the individual and also the reason he was wanted out of Ohio and those other details. We may have them before I leave you tonight, if not certainly in an update on tomorrow. It is a story that has absolutely shocked and gripped the small community, Bath County, the state as a whole, and reports like this, of course, quickly find their way around the nation as well. And at last report, as I understand, rescue crews were still searching for one of 5 children. Their mother escaping the horse and buggy that plunged into the swollen waters, but all 5 of her children who went into the water with her as well, 4 of which were found dead before daylight. These pictures shared by Bobby Rogers, who is the Bath County Judge Executive, who gave us a report via social media earlier today, an update, if you will, on the situation that quickly and horrifically developed yesterday afternoon. Right around, I believe it was 4:30 or so, is when police were notified and rescue personnel that an Amish buggy being pulled by one horse, occupied by a mother and her 5 children, boys, girls, 1 to 12 years of age, had tried to cross a low water bridge when the horse may have lost its footing in the rushing water and the vehicle was swept away. All 6 were thrown into the rushing water, the mother able to make it to the shore and call for help. By around 1 o'clock this morning, 4 of the 5 children had been found. All had drowned as a result, with 1 still being searched for. Crews from the National Guard and a host of other agencies, dozens of agencies and hundreds of people have been in the area to assist, with Judge Executive Rogers confirming just earlier this afternoon that the search for the one remaining Amish child, age unknown, was still ongoing at that time, utilizing at that time still nearly 70 members of the National Guard, a team from the Air Force in Louisville, other divers as well arriving from Ashland, all in an effort to continue the search. Again, a thank you to Bath County Judge Executive Bobby Rogers for his update. We'll have more as soon as it's available. I've got some information on an air salute that you in Sagersville and McGoffin County, parts of it at least, might get to see tomorrow. I'm not quite certain, but it's still a story nonetheless. An update on your census and much more real quickly. A very brief community calendar tonight. We're running extra heavy on news content for this evening and nothing real timely for the calendar tonight, so we'll hold a few announcements for a little later on. But a quick reminder, you know the calendar. It's always here when you need it, and for birthdays and anniversaries too. And it's always brought to you by McGoffin Farm Bureau. I do have one funeral service announcement, which just came to us from the McGoffin County Funeral Home. It's in honor of 62-year-old Vonda Sue Racy of Ohio, who passed away yesterday in Ohio, formerly of McGoffin County, born to the late Dean and Aline Ray Patrick. She was also preceded in death by brothers Larry Dean Patrick, Bryce Patrick, and her sister Barbara Hammond. She's survived by her husband Larry Racy and children Larry Bryce Racy, Rebecca Davis, and several grandchildren. Graveside services will take place Monday, May the 4th in Ohio. Car accidents don't stop. Accidents at work don't stop. Disability and SSI cases don't stop. Your legal needs and concerns don't stop for the coronavirus, and neither does McFarland and Tinker. They are open, able to schedule appointments per CDC guidelines, and always available for telephone and video conferences. Please, be safe, be smart, stay home, and don't let your legal needs fall victim to the pandemic. Call McFarland and Tinker and let them take care of them for you.
I'm Dr. Jason Zimmerman at Highlands ARH, the healthcare system of Appalachia.
Getting the best deal on the best tires with the best service has never been easier. Just log on to ConleyTire.net, check out the latest rebates, sales, and promotions, pick out the tires you want, and email, call, or come by. For huge savings from the family who's been proudly serving the area for over 32 years. Conley Tire in Staffordsville, 297-2424. There is never a good time for a breakdown. They will happen, and your car at some point is going to need some repairs and maintenance. And Black Smoke Performance is open and here with professional, fast, safe service. And just in time for warm weather, they now have certified full air conditioning, diagnostics, and repair to keep you cool in whatever you drive. Black Smoke Performance, 349-8785. Your governor in just a few moments. First off, a report on an air salute and why you might want to look to the skies tomorrow afternoon. It's a military flyover that is being done by our Air National Guard here in Kentucky in support of all of those fighting on the front line against COVID-19. A message from the Fraser's Prater Drug Store and Seasonal Shop families. Prater Drug wants you to know that you can now call, use Facebook, or use our Refill RX app to get your prescriptions refilled. And the drugstore also has designated curbside pickup parking in front of and behind the store. Simply call 349-3135. And at the Seasonal Shop, they're still posting new arrivals and taking orders with free shipping on most everything anywhere in the entire United States. And they're offering scheduled curbside pickup. Just message them on Facebook, Instagram, or email at seasonalshop@yahoo.com. Fraser's Prater Drug Store and the Seasonal Shop says let's all do what we can to help and protect our neighbors and loved ones. Indeed, 2 C-130s will be covering the Commonwealth tomorrow, flying over designated locations from Frankfort to Louisville, and not taking the A to B route either. The demonstration is part of Operation American Resolve. This is a salute to all those on the front lines, those fighting the COVID-19 pandemic. Over the course of the past few days and weeks, we've seen similar flyovers in nature by the Thunderbirds, Blue Angels, many over New York. This is for our people here in Kentucky. The commander of the 123rd Airlift Wing, who of course is overseeing the operation, says it's a privilege for the men and women of the Kentucky Air National Guard to say thank you to the first responders, essential personnel, and all military service members providing support and resources during this time. So, the map in front of you is how it's going to start at 3 o'clock at the Kentucky Air National Guard base in Louisville. Just a few moments later, they'll be over the Capitol building in Frankfort. And 6 minutes after that at 3:20, Bluegrass Community and Technical College in Lexington. And 30 minutes later, well, they will be over the Pikeville Medical Center, which means there's a chance that we here in Magoffin County and Salyersville have a chance of seeing them if we look up. I estimate by using some very simple math that if they do arrive at the Pikeville Medical Center at 3:50, that just a few minutes, certainly much less than 10 minutes before that, they will be going over Salyersville, Magoffin County. Their altitude, of course, I have no way of knowing. I also have no way of knowing if they will be visible or not, but it is worth a shot. Now, a quick update on the census. We have hit a milestone in regards to the census, some big numbers being posted, but they're also being posted as a reminder that we still have a long way to go, and that still includes Magoffin County, who about 10 days ago or almost 2 weeks ago was at about a 26% response rate. And here you'll see that the national self-response rate has hit 54.6%, over half, over 80 million people who have responded to the 2020 census. And you'll also see that Kentucky is still a few points above the national average, and I like seeing that. 57.4% of Kentuckians have responded, while Magoffin County has seen some big increases here over the course of the past couple of weeks, but we're still way behind. Well, technically, folks, not technically, we are still way behind the Kentucky response rate as well as that of our neighbors, trying to give us all, including our neighbors, a little push there over the course of the next couple of days to really dig in and go to 2020census.gov and fill out those census numbers. Magoffin County, as you saw, near 33%. Our neighbors in Johnson County are faring much better. Almost 50% of Johnson County, almost the same as the state of Kentucky, has responded and taken out that only 2 or 3 minutes of their time to fill out the census. You can do it online. If you have a pamphlet in the mail that you have received, you can fill that out and send it back in. Going online is as easy as logging on to 2020census.gov and taking about 2 or 3 minutes out of your time to answer the most basic of questions about who and how many people live in your household. So let's see those numbers increase. A bit of a challenge going out. This isn't a bit of a challenge. This is a direct challenge going out to my viewing area to please stop and pause tonight, sometime over the course of the next 3 days, and let's see how big of a jump we can all make. McGough, Johnson, and everyone in the viewing area, how big of a jump we can make in just a few days' time. We'll check in next week, and we'll see what those numbers have done. We've still got a long way to go. And remember, it is essentially broken down to this, that every person accounted for or counted in the census equates to about $2,000 a year in federal funding. Do the math. It adds up really quick. And we've got a lot of great organizations and our local governments who need that funding desperately. 2020census.gov. Again, census organizers using this weekend, May the 1st, 2nd, and the 3rd, to organize and get everyone motivated to fill out that census any form or fashion. The internet, of course, the easiest. If you don't have the paper, you don't have to. You can still go online. And if you've been mailed the census form, dig it out, fill it out, and get it sent in. With that said, Governor Beshear follows his announcements yesterday of how things are going to slowly get back to a new normal. The month of May, 3 different steps for phase 1 throughout the month of May. All businesses that will stair step to open, having to use masks being recommended for anyone out in public, and simply said, using all and any means to social distance, telework, and separate individuals as much as possible throughout our day-to-day life. He continued that message in part today, also, of course, with tonight's update. I prefaced the governor's update with that from neighboring Johnson County, which earlier today confirmed its, I believe, 3rd case of COVID-19. This, however, in an 8-year-old girl, which has tested positive. A young girl who I'm told is isolating at home.
All right, let's go over today's numbers, and compared to other days, they are better than we've at least seen the last couple of days. Our total number of new cases today is 174, and really as we look at our numbers each day, despite more testing, we have seen them be fairly stable. They jump up and down, but generally in this range. When we remove duplicates, people who are out of state, our total number of cases in Kentucky is now 4,708. That is 4,707 lab confirmed and 1 probable.
The governor also announced that another 5 Kentuckians had lost their lives as a result of COVID-19 since his last update. And a few other facts that were presented. The governor, before his update, had graphics to illustrate how, for example, just a family of 4 with maybe a child and 1 adult infected with COVID-19 and not following social distancing or other proper guidelines could, per se, if that child went to child care and the adult went to work without taking proper precautions, could ultimately affect or expose almost 1,200 other people, all in an effort to get folks to continue to wear masks, mandatory in businesses when they start to open and recommended for all individuals when they're out in public. For those getting SNAP benefits, the Supplemental Nutritional Assistance Program, about 500,000 Kentuckians do. It has now been made where you can make online food purchases at Walmart and Amazon using your SNAP benefits card. The governor also outlining what is expected to be a $400 million shortfall in the state's budget. And the governor saying that they are targeting about 9,000 unemployment cases which are pending because of a lack of official documentation, for which they are trying to reach those 9,000 individuals. Now let's check out your 7-day with Licking Valley RACC and the National Weather Service, which has us in store for a couple of colder nights. Tomorrow the colder of the two, but tonight bottoming out right around 44 degrees and showers likely to continue and a light west wind. We might see another 1/10 of an inch of rainfall tonight, but just a cold, wet, dreary end to your Thursday. And tomorrow is Friday. Tomorrow is also the first day of May, and it's going to be one that will hit around 60 degrees with a 30% chance of lingering showers into the morning about 9 a.m. or so. And the showers should be out of here for at least a little while. We're going to still see cloudy skies tomorrow, but we'll hit about 61 and maybe a west-northwesterly wind up to 7 to 17 miles per hour at times, so a little light breeze. Tomorrow night, still mostly cloudy and a low down to close to the upper 30s, 39, 40 degrees. And then an improving forecast for your Saturday. I can't say weekend in entirety, but Saturday, definitely a winner. We're still looking at low 70s and full of sunshine, a little patchy fog, but otherwise mostly sunny, 73, calm wind for the first half of your weekend. Clouds will increase Saturday night, but that's all they're going to do is increase, and we'll drop down to about 51 for nighttime lows. The second and last half of your first weekend of May, not so nice. A bit warmer as we have been expecting, to the tune of about 77 degrees on your Sunday. A slight chance of showers will be followed by a likelihood of showers later on into the night. Showers and thunderstorms possible Sunday evening as well. So we'll keep an eye on this next system as it rolls through and creates another bump in the road. More later on Sunday than earlier, I do think, time-wise. Then we'll start off Monday with a quick rebound, 72, after maybe some lingering showers, light up to like 7 or 8 in the morning Monday. Clouds are going to part. We should see partly sunny skies and low 70s before Monday is over. Nighttime lows right around 43. And a little more sunshine on Tuesday, around 72, with some partly sunny skies, a 20% chance of showers, but shower chances increase as Tuesday goes on. By Tuesday night, we've got a 50% shot. That next front rolls through and rolls us back temperature-wise yet again down to the mid-60s for Wednesday and Thursday, partly cloudy, 50% chance of showers Wednesday, and a little sun on Thursday. That's going to wrap it up for this Thursday. Tomorrow night, we'll wrap up this week. Another one already gone, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. See what the first day of May has in store for us when I see you next time. Good night, and thanks for watching.